Assalamu alaikum, hello and namaste. Welcome to another inspirational episode number 90 of the Limelight. I'm your host Fareen here, and today on the hot seat we have a very charismatic personality. She is an educator in Abu Dhabi Indian School, Abu Dhabi, and she is also a writer and founder of Rukhsar trainings. So, listeners, please welcome our guest, Rukhsar Sayed.
Assalamu alaikum, Rukhsar. How are you doing today?
I'm good, Alhamdulillah. And how are you?
I'm doing great, and it's a pleasure to have you on the limelight.
It's a pleasure for me to come here and join you. And I'm lucky to be talking to you on this platform.
That's the best compliment I ever got.
No, because I've seen you're doing a great job of bringing out and empowering women, and women can empower others. Women can understand other women too. So you are doing a great job of bringing out talents and expertise of each woman and their stories by sharing an inspirational message. So that's a good thing.
Thank you so much. Okay, so Rukhsar, before we go ahead and talk about what you do, I want you to tell our listeners about yourself.
My name is Rukhsar Sayed, and I'm an educator in Abu Dhabi Indian School, which is in Abu Dhabi, Murur, United Arab Emirates. And beside this, I also do lots of additional work, that is managing my food blogs, as I'm a food blogger too. I love to do blogging, and I blog about women empowerment issues and social issues and issues related to domestic violence and patriarchal society, all the issues related with the life of women and the sufferings of women, the plight of women. Other than that, I'm much more interested in cooking also. So I love to do experiment with different types of food recipes, and therefore I come out with newer recipe each time, and I post it on my food website, which I've recently launched. So all these works I do together, and I also run my online training system where I guide people regarding the international courses and professional development courses, and we take free webinars and workshops in which we explain them the method and we motivate them to sit for even the toughest language proficiency exams.
Wow, that's so nice to know so many things you do at one time. And I wish you all the best. And I pray that Allah blesses you and your
Thank
family
you.
with all the health and happiness in life. I mean,
Thank you.
you're welcome. So, now, from where you got the inspiration to start a food blog or to write a book? You're doing so many things. So, what's the inspiration behind
Actually, I got this inspiration from my mother, if I'll honestly say. Because since from childhood, I've seen her doing so many, like multitasking so many things, as she's a high school educator. Earlier, she was a college professor. And, by changing the professions and by doing so many work, by juggling between the household work and professional work, she was handling so many things together. Also, by handling five kids. Like, I'm the eldest one, and I have four more siblings. So, and my father also supported her a lot. So seeing her doing so many things and being so talented, I thought that I follow my mother's footstep. And then I started recognizing my talents, like in which field I'm good, in which thing I'm doing better. So I just work on that, and still I'm learning many things from my mom and many things from many role models, like many empowering women, strong women who are coming up with different works, different talents. As I'm a lifelong learner and I love to learn things, I love to learn from others. So I'm working on my talents, and simultaneous as I'm creating my websites too. So I post there, as I love to write. I'm a writer too, and my book, A Journey from Death to Rebirth, which is my debut novel, it is coming after like 1 or 2 months. It will, inshallah, it will launch soon. So that was my dream project, and it has got completed. So I'm very much excited for that too. So I believe that the work which we are interested in, if we'll work upon that, that work becomes very easy for us to complete. And if we will focus on the process, and if we'll fall in love with the work we do, automatically we will get positive results from it. Automatically we will reach success. I only believe in working and keep on working continuously, and I believe in the process of hard work rather than the process of results. Because if we'll work hard, automatically our results will get better and better.
Yes, you're right. One thing, as you said, about your mother, who was your inspiration. I feel that everybody, the first teacher for them is your mother.
Yes, yes,
And I salute all the mothers who do awesome job.
yes. Because no one can take a mother's place. Mothers are like true role models for their children.
Yes, exactly. And about the thing you said, hard work and dedication. Yes, I
Yes.
agree on that also because it will take you places where you've never been.
Yes. In my childhood days, when honestly, if I'll say I was not top ranker in my school days, I was just an average student, and there was a lot of peer pressure, on me. Like there was a lot of competitions going during those times, and I was like, I don't want to take part in these competitions and all those. You can understand how girls were at those time, like bullying each other and telling
Yeah.
so and so things that you are not capable for doing this, you are not perfect to bring so and so marks and all, and I was very much affected by that time. But then when I recognized that so and so a subject is my favorite and I can do well in that, so slowly and steadily I started moving forward. And as soon as I recognized that I'm good at painting also, so I started scoring well in all the things. And then suddenly in my college days I became the top ranker, and by ending up in becoming the top ranker in board examination, that is grade 12. From that point, when I saw the happiness in my parents face, I decided that no, I want to take this process further. As I recognize my talent, that I'm good in structuring answers, good in structuring theories and bringing out my own concepts well. So I was working on that, and that is the reason why I decided to become a writer too, with being a teacher. But now, standing in this position, I feel proud of myself that now they can see and they can get their answer, like where they stand and where I stand today.
Yes, exactly. I mean, we have to work really on our dreams and show others what we're capable of, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what were the different challenges you faced when you started, working or working on a book, blogging? You do so many things.
The challenge is like this book, which is my debut novel. I started writing it 4 to 5 years ago, when I was in my last year doing my BA. And I decided that I'm a good storyteller and I love to blog like since few years. So I decided that why not I write a book, and why not I create a story which will support women issues, which will highlight the plight of women and the sufferings. And the book which I have written, it is dependent upon the Rajasthan, the setting of Rajasthan. As you're from India, you have might known that Rajasthan, the women suffer a lot over there, and
Mm.
they are getting married at an early age, and they are forced to have children at an early age. Like their duties, like they are suffered under the familial restrictions, and family's head obviously is a male. So as they live in a male patriarchal society, which is imposed upon them, all the restrictions which is imposed upon them, it becomes a barrier in their development. And therefore I feel, why not to write a book on their life? So I've created a story which is like a story within a story. There is a protagonist which deals with several internal conflicts, and all this is surrounded by her life. So finally it got completed, and I wish that this book becomes a success, the story becomes a success. So the challenges which I faced is many. Like as soon as I started writing this book, i have to I had to have a lot of patience. Like my master's exam was coming in my way at that time, I had to concentrate on my studies also, on my housework also, as I'm the eldest one. And then I have to get back in my book writing. So that's the reason why it took me so long to write this book. But finally it has completed.
That's really nice. I know patience will pay, and I hope that your book will be super famous.
I hope so.
Okay, now after all these serious questions, I have a fun segment for you where I will be asking you three random questions. You have to answer them in one word or a sentence, okay?
Okay.
My first question is, who is your favorite actor?
My favorite actor is Forbes Relay. She's my favorite. as she's
Okay.
also doing a lot of work, and I admire her persistence of doing her work, her hard work, and her talents. So even like I'm learning a lot from her. So that's why she's
Okay.
my idol. Yeah,
That's really nice. And you're going to interview Ideal very soon, right?
that is a dream. Yeah, a dream come true. And I'm very
Wow,
much
that's really
excited for
nice.
that day.
Cool, cool. I'll be looking forward. Okay, my second question is if you had one superpower, what would that superpower be?
If I have the superpower, I'll give them inner strength that, speak
Hmm.
for your rights and speak for who you are. Bring your inner talents and show the world. Prove yourself.
Wow, that is one superpower, yes, every woman should have, and
Yes,
you, right. Okay, now my third question is tell me about one best compliment you got.
the best compliment, if I'll say about today, is like
Hmm.
I had to present a CPD session in my school. It was a workshop for teachers, and I got the
Hmm.
opportunity to present it. The topic was on focus, how to boost your concentration level, and how to remain
Hmm.
focused on the activities and tasks you do. So, and I was very much nervous in the beginning because it was a long session that I had to conduct, and um, so I don't know how I spoke and how I presented, but so many compliments today itself I got. I have the messages still continuously. I'm getting the messages of the workshop conducted well, and with my supervisor too, with my head HODs. They were telling that you are beyond my expectation. Like you worked beyond my expectation, and all those compliments today itself. And I'm super like happy because of that. That my work is getting appreciated.
Wow, that's really nice. Okay, that was the end of the rapid fire round. Your answers were amazing.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, dear. So now we enter into the last segment of our podcast where we ask your advice for our listeners.
So the advice which I want to give, which I have learned from my life, is that you have to never give up. Whatever the world or the people who will try to bring you all down, like there are many ways, and still there are people in each and every person's life. There are people who try to bring them down, like the crab mentality. If we are not going beyond, we will not let that person to go beyond. So I want to advise that make your mentality that much strong, make your inner self that much strong that you will not get affected by negative environment and by negative people. And first of all, we have to recognize our talents, our strength, and our weaknesses too, so that for weakness we can work on that, and if we recognize our strength, we can take it further, and we can create an empire, I must say. Because this we can do only by recognizing ourselves, our true self, and always we have to be true to ourselves, to who we are. We don't have to, like, for example, many students nowadays, I have seen, being a teacher in this profession, I have seen many students that what my friend is doing, I will do that, because according to me what he's doing or she's doing is better than what I do. Now this self doubt kill a person from inside. Self doubt will kill all the dreams and all the desires to become a better self, a better human being. It will get buried under, because the first thing which we have to remove from ourselves is self doubt, and we have to believe in ourselves rather than what others are doing. It is not important what we are doing. To develop ourselves, it's much more important. And we have to uplift others. We have to uplift others by supporting them, encouraging them. So this is the message which I want to give, that work on yourself, develop yourself, and uplift others, support others too.
Wow, I loved your advice. And yes, when we uplift others, we grow also. And we have
Yes,
to not have a like, when people say something bad about us, we should not be like crying or being sad. But if it is like a feedback, we can take it as a feedback, improve on
yes.
ourselves. We can get at least to the perfection. Well, Rukhsar, that was amazing. And I thank you so much for taking time and being there today to do this podcast with me.
Thank you for you too, for giving me this opportunity to come with you.
Not a problem at all. And I really love to bring women who are doing such a great work in
Yes, yes, and I must say
empowering
you
others.
yes, and I must say you should continue this work, and you will reach, inshallah, great heights in your future by doing this work.
Inshallah, thank you so much. Okay, listeners, if you have liked this episode, please click on the like button of the Limelight page and also hear this podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Anchor. And if you have any feedback, do let us know. I will also give Rukhsar's details, what she's working on, and how you can get in touch with her. Thank you for listening, and Allah Hafiz.